Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Okay. Who's the second best player in the country?
Who?
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA. Additionally, for you, this is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese just learned her WNBA preseason debut pulled TV ratings so low, even the tumbleweeds switched the channel. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was out here shattering records like she was starring in the Super Bowl of layups. So how did Reese go from Bayou Barbie to where'd everybody go? In the span of a commercial break? Did the remote die? Or did the audience? Either way, this preseason flop might go down as the funniest silent treatment in sports history. Nobody watched, but everyone noticed.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for elevating the WNBA dump. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for taking the dump and turning it into an unmonetizable turd. Now, to her credit, it is a nicely polished turd. It almost looks appealing. Almost. Of course, it's still not appealing enough to generate profit, but I guess the WNBA is taking baby steps. I mean, what's one more year of multi-million-dollar losses?
Angel Reese walked into her WNBA preseason debut with the swagger of someone headlining a Beyoncé concert, only to discover she was actually performing in an empty parking lot with one confused squirrel in the front row. The self-proclaimed queen of college basketball strutted into the pros, only for the TV ratings to flop harder than a TikTok dance challenge at a retirement home.
The Wendy's 4 for $4 meal. I could get chicken nuggets, a junior bacon cheeseburger, value fries, and a drink, Sprite preferably if they don't have root beer. And I can get all that for more than what it would cost to get to a Chicago Sky vs Minnesota Lynx. This is crazy.
Let's paint the scene. Angel Reese showed up dripping with swagger, ready for the red carpet, only to be met with dead air. If TV ratings had a basement, hers broke through it and started tunneling toward the Earth's core. You know it's bad when more people are watching a YouTube tutorial on how to fold socks than your preseason debut. We're talking ghost-level interest here. Even the poor Nielsen guy probably shrugged and said, "Nah, I'm good," before changing the channel himself.
I would not be talking about the Fever's attendance figures when it had been widely known Caitlin Clark was not going to play in that Fever game on Friday.
To be fair, Angel Reese thought she was storming into the WNBA like a hurricane. Big college name, flashy reputation, and more smack talk than a Real Housewives reunion. But when the cameras rolled, the public collectively hit snooze. This wasn't just bad ratings. This was, wait, did this even air? Levels of Ghost Town.
Folks, it's over. Or it's close to it. If it's not over, it's close to it. I'm at that point where I think we are at a point of no return. I think we have hit a level where there are problems and they are starting to punch you right in the face.
Meanwhile, a few time zones away, Caitlin Clark was busy rewriting the script. The Indiana Fever could have played their preseason game on Mars and still pulled record-breaking numbers. Clark was lighting up Nielsen boxes like a 4th of July show, while Angel Reese was left staring at her phone, wondering why not even her own Annie bothered to tune in.
I would personally say hands down Caitlin Clark is the best player to come through the WNBA. Hands down, not based on white privilege. I think based on her full athletic talent and the position that she's playing in the WNBA.
Here's the difference. Caitlin Clark played like she had something to prove. Angel Reese played like she expected a crown just for clocking in. Newsflash, participation trophies don't come with prime-time slots. When people tune into women's basketball, they're looking for, I don't know, actual basketball. Maybe even a bucket or two. Reese, meanwhile, spent more time striking poses for the cameras than putting points on the board. And don't get it twisted, Fans love a big personality. But there's one rule. You still have to play the sport. Reese strutted in like charisma could replace shooting percentage. Hate to break it to her, but even influencers need a backup plan when the Wi-Fi cuts out. The funniest part? The second the ratings tanked, Reese reportedly lost it. Which makes sense. When your whole brand is built on noise, silence is the ultimate insult. She didn't just expect people to watch. She expected applause, standing ovations, fireworks, maybe even a holographic Jay-Z intro. Instead, she got a nationally televised cricket concert.
You made some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love black people. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I think sometimes we do play the race card too much. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese, stop it. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. If you throw up 85 attempts, you're eventually going to get one or two. But the fact that you have to throw the ball up 85 times is fucking ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark just laced up and let her game do the talking. No theatrics, no diva behavior, no dramatic social media meltdowns, just three-pointers and shattered viewership records. She played like someone who knows fans tune in for basketball, not a runway show featuring missed free throws. And to be clear, Angel Reese is talented. She's got skills, just not the kind that make people cancel dinner plans to watch her flop. It's the oldest story in sports, hype without delivery. Like promising a Beyoncé album and handing people a kazoo solo recorded in a bathtub. The WNBA probably thought adding Reese would juice the ratings. Instead, they got a masterclass in overselling and underdelivering. Imagine spending millions hyping a blockbuster only to realize the star forgot her lines and half the audience left before the movie even started. That's what Angel Reese's preseason debut looked like.
We weren't the only ones chomping at the bits, waiting to watch Caitlin Clark play. It seems like the rest of the country was waiting in suspense along with us. It seems as if the rest of the country was on the edge of their seats, waiting for Fever basketball. And how do I know? Numbers don't.
It wasn't just the ratings, social media. Angel Reese's supposed kingdom was dead quiet. The buzz was flatter than a diet soda left open overnight. No trending hashtags, no viral clips, just an awkward silence that practically whispered, maybe we made a mistake. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's highlights were spreading like cat videos. SportsCenter couldn't stop looping them. ESPN couldn't get enough. And even people who don't watch sports were saying, I don't know who this is, but she's electric. Clark isn't just a sports phenom. She's already a pop culture sensation. Reese? She's still fumbling at the door, trying to get past security. The priorities tell the story. Caitlin Clark's grinding in the gym, perfecting her craft, stacking points like it's her part-time job. And when the WNBA showed her the viewership spike, she probably just shrugged and went back to work. Angel Reese, on the other hand, reacted to her flop like somebody canceled her birthday, mood swings, side eyes, and maybe even a passive-aggressive tweet or two about real fans. Classic.